Arthur Brown says, Buck, did I mention I'm over this season? So, Arthur Brown. So, guys, for people that do not know, Arthur Brown is a Miami Dolphins fan. The Miami Dolphins are going through a rough patch right now. I saw Tua on the sideline last night, and he actually looked really, really well. He was moving well, talking well. Kind of looked good. Looked nice and thick. Can we call him thick, or he like he'll get mad? Listen, Tua is on the 4-week IR. He can come back, I believe it's week 7, maybe week 8. I don't know if the bye week counts as a week on the IR or not. But if Tua comes back and the Miami Dolphins can kind of just not be like they were last night, like not just suck. Because right now they are 1-3. But they play the Patriots, they play the Colts, and they play the Cardinals to round out the month of October. You can beat the Patriots. Patriots are not very good. You can beat the Colts because the Colts will probably shoot themselves in the foot at one point during that game. Cardinals, a very winnable game. It is a 1:00 game at home. If you go 2-3 in those next 3 games without Tua, you will be a 500 team. When Tua comes back, it could be against the Buffalo Bills. At Buffalo, probably will lose that game. Let's just be honest. But then you play the Rams, Raiders, Patriots, Jets, Browns, and Jets again. There's another six wins right there. And I think the AFC is so boggled that 9 wins could get you into the playoffs, Arthur Brown. It could also get you out of the playoffs, but it also gets you into the playoffs. So as a Miami Dolphins fan, Arthur Brown, you need to ask yourself, coaching staff needs to ask themselves, management needs to ask themselves, do we want to be a 7-win team this season, 8-win team, potentially 9-win? Do we want to be that middle of the road team, or do we want to tank for the rest of the season? Now, I don't know the Miami Dolphins well enough to know what you guys need. Do you want to draft a quarterback? Do you want to get some defensive help? Do you want to get some O-line help? I don't know what the needs are. But when you look at this year's draft, if you want a quarterback, you're going to have to be top 3 probably. Let's just be honest. If you're a middle of the road team, 7, 8, 9-win team, you might get offensive linemen. You're not going to get a game changer by any stretch of the imagination, but you can get your guy. So Arthur, as a Miami Dolphins fan like you are, you need to be putting pressure on the coaching, on the ownership. This is not a Super Bowl team right now. They could get hot, make it into the playoffs. You never know what is going to happen, right? But if you don't think you're going to make it into the playoffs, if Tua does not come back until week 9 and you lose to the Patriots, Colts, Cardinals, and Bills, you need to worry about building for the future. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. James says, I'm a Browns fan, and I'm still ain't giving up hope. It's just week 5, bro. They'll be okay. Here's a difference, though, James, but between the Browns and the Dolphins. The Dolphins are on Snoop Huntley as their quarterback. Yes, I understand Snoop's a Pro Bowl quarterback. I get it. Pro Bowl quarterback, cool. By default, I guess. But they're on Snoop Huntley as a quarterback. Tyreek Hill hasn't broke 50 yards in 3 straight games. The defense looks suspect. Giving up 31 points to the Bills, 24 to the Seahawks, 31 to the Titans. Let me repeat that. 31 points to the Titans. There's a lot of unhappy people in Miami, and it is what it is. James says, if Tua comes back, they'll be spitting on their division. Not the way the Bills are playing. The Bills are playing some good football right now. Papa Dilla says Philly is weak. Philly is pretty weak. Pretty weak in the pants. Laura says, don't throw in the hat just yet, Arthur. Do not throw in the hat just yet. The season is just starting. A lot can happen. Laura, you are correct. But here are some facts for you. A team that starts 0-2 this young NFL season has 11% chance of making the playoffs. A team that starts 0-3 has a 6% chance of making the playoffs. A team that starts 1-5, 1-6 have a 1% chance of making the playoffs. Right now, Miami Dolphins are sitting at 1-3. If they lose to the Patriots, Colts, and Cardinals, they will be 1-6. They will have a less than 1% chance of making the playoffs. So right now, sitting at 1-3, the way they are playing, per Sports Muse API, they have a 2% chance of making the playoffs. They have a 5% chance of winning 7 games. They have a 15% chance of being a top 10 pick. Don't shoot the